have a deal with a personnel, but a change might happen, and this can affect this agreement, especially when we talk about long-term industries like oil. So sometimes to make sure that this is ensured, making contact directly with the president or minister to gain entry in the country is more important. Other challenges also is the small and inefficient local private sector. As we know, especially in South Yemen, the private sector have been very weakened from the 80s and the 70s because of the Marxist regime at that time. And then the former regime of Ali Abdullah Saleh that weakened the economy of the South deliberately, and also the war and terrorism. Other challenges is the shortage of skills in South Yemen. And we know that there is a shortage in skills, especially in the economic sector, also media hostility, security, which Nasser has spoken about, and the weak private sector, and the financial system of the country, because being a politically charged country, the availability of foreign exchange is a problem now with the issue of the central bank, as it is usually traded at a premium on the black market. So ways to mitigate risks is to identify the risks, and identifying risks is not only identifying risks of the country, but also identifying risks of the sector, because every sector has its own specific risks, especially oil sector and tourism. Also forming local partnerships, and forming local partnerships through equity or technical agreements. This can mitigate risk greatly. Another way to mitigate risk is to find a way to access information in an informal way in each region inside Yemen. Because using resources such as Transparency International rankings can be useful, but it's not very specific, considering the fact that there is limited available statistics in Yemen. Also, other ways to mitigate risk can be working with international arbitration and investment agreements, so using legal means. This can fast track the resolutions when problems happen, but also there might be bilateral investment treaties between Yemen and other countries, which I think many Yemenis don't know about the agreements that they have with other countries. Also, having local office of the business inside Yemen also helps very greatly, especially with adding like more visibility and taking opportunities whenever they occur. Understanding regional trade agreements, local sourcing and development of small supplier, and social responsibility programs in the region where they work. This can build bridges with local communities. This can also build the trust, and that's really very important to strengthen security when there's trust built with the local communities. I'm just going to mention briefly countries that have mentioned their interest in investing in Yemen. So the first one is UAE, which is the number one donor for Yemen. So Emirates has been the first donor now for Yemen in many sectors: humanitarian, the military sector, security, and also development and economic empowerment. For development aid, Emirates has allocated from March from April 2015 until March 2017, they have spent about 7 billion dirhams, which is an equivalent of 2 billion US dollars. They have been working in improving sectors such as power, electricity, the general budget of Yemen, transport, health, education, water, and the development of Socotra Island, and also supporting micro businesses in Yemen. In addition to Emirates, Saudi Arabia has been also working greatly on development. China has shown interest as long as there's more security guarantees in the ground. They have shown interest in working in sectors such as oil and telecommunications. So that's all. Thank you very much.
شكرا سيدة رشا. الآن سنتطرق إلى موضوع نراه جد هام لا يقل أهمية عن المواضيع التي أثيرت من طرف زملائي، وهو له علاقة مباشرة باليمن وبالمناطق المحررة باليمن. أثيرت مؤخرا من بعض المنظمات التي تدعي الحقوقية والحيادية، وهي في الحقيقة مسيسة، بعض المزاعم عن وجود سجون سرية بالمناطق المحررة باليمن، عدن وحضرموت. وانطلاقا من الإيمان الراسخ للفيدرالية العربية لحقوق الإنسان ودورها الريادي في تقصي الحقائق حول هذه المزاعم، ارتأت الفيدرالية العربية لحقوق الإنسان أن تشكل لجنة لتقصي الحقائق حول أوضاع السجون بعدن وحضرموت، مكونة بالكامل من منظمات محلية يمنية وشخصيات نزيهة معروفة بنزاهتها ومحامون ومحامين من اليمن بالداخل. وقد وصلت هذه اللجنة إلى نتيجة بعد النزول الميداني المكثف والتواصل مع السلطات المحلية خلال شهر كامل وأزيد، إلى أن أوضاع السجون في اليمن وإن في توصياتها يجب أن تتحسن، بما في ذلك على الأخص الإسراع في محاكمة الموقوفين، إلا أنه قد تبين لهذه اللجنة أنه لا يوجد أي سجون سرية في اليمن،